It's enough. It's enough. Let's see.
Never heard so much discussion around committee bills. Are we on? Great. Welcome back to Senate Ed. Ms. St. James, I'm hoping that you can take us just, again, we've seen these two bills. Can you just summarize and tell us? This is not word for word. We have a really important witness to start in 5 minutes.
Sure. Beth St. James, Office of Legislative Counsel. I think looking at drafting request 240662, which I've titled an act relating to supporting Vermont's young readers. You can, of course, if the bill is recommitted to you, change that title. This bill is the literacy educator preparation program language from the agency that we walked through yesterday. It does not incorporate any of the suggestions that the agency made yesterday during their testimony. It does include some of the rulemaking language that I indicated I had added, but now it sounds like we're going to be changing that anyway. And then it also includes Senator Starr's bill on the Imagination Library. And there was a small, I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
There was a small change made to the last section, the repeal section. There was a drafting error and I fixed that, but otherwise it remains, that language remains unchanged.
So again, this will come back to us. It'll be edited or it will end up on the wall or it'll end up in another bill.
If we make an attempt to get Dolly Parton, sure we can get.
Do I have a motion to move this?
Which is this?
Draft request 24-0662 draft. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I did run into Senator Starr, did mention we have to, I think something like we have to add DL or
So
D.
you know we're not voting on this to pass it.
Right.
Okay, this is coming
I'm
back.
just
This
saying.
is gonna be the start of a,
Just
yeah.
saying, we have to add D for Dolly Parton or
Right.
something like.
240663, you said?
Do I have a motion?
I'll make motion.
All in second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So, okay. Thank you. Ms. St. James?
Yes. So the next committee bill you have to consider today is drafting request 240663. This is a CTE committee bill. You actually haven't seen this language before, but it is based on Ted Fisher's testimony from earlier in this week. I won't do a walkthrough of I'll summarize each section quickly. The first one is taking how they calculate tuition from a 6-semester average of the prior year's enrollment to just the prior year's enrollment. Section 3 is requiring there to be expanded CTE opportunities in grades 6 through 10. Currently, there's only a requirement for grades 11 and 12. Section 4 requires AOE to come up with a model policy regarding comprehensive career development, and then it requires school districts to adopt those policies. Then on page 6, section 6, there's an intent section here, basically just saying when you consider the school construction conversation, do not leave out career and technical education centers. Section 7 is making changes throughout the chapter 37, the career and technical education chapter in Title 16, that would take oversight of the career and technical education infrastructure from the State Board of Education to AOE. And then section 8 on page 10 is the rulemaking. There's a transfer of rulemaking authority. Currently, the state board adopts the rules, and so this language would transfer that authority and the current rules to the Agency of Education. Section 9 requires the Vermont State Colleges Corporation to maintain program and course articulation agreements with secondary CTE centers in specific programs, and the bill would take effect on July 1, 2024.
Questions for Ledge Council? Yeah, Senator York.
No, that was an official.
Oh, Senator. Can I have a motion on draft request 240063 draft 1.1? Move it. So moved, seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great, these are two committee bills. Can we go on for a second?